What was your impression of Copenhagen last night?
It was really fun riding around for a couple hours, looking at all the sites. It was dark, so I didn't get to see everything, but it seems like a really neat city.
Yeah.
Very bike-friendly.
Yeah. Give me the Techstars elevator pitch.
So Techstars is a mentorship-oriented seed stage fund. It's for first-time entrepreneurs. We focus exclusively on web and internet businesses. Help them with a 3-month program. At the end of that program, they pitch their ideas to investors and hopefully keep the business running.
Okay. And so why are you in Copenhagen?
I was invited here to talk to some folks, including yourself, about what's happening here and a possibility of doing something similar to Techstars, which I think you're now doing. Sharing some ideas and giving hopefully the benefit of our experience.
Do you think it can be exported, duplicated?
Absolutely. I've actually talked to several folks around the world who are using a model very similar to Techstars. And we always say Techstars is open source, and we're happy to share what we've learned. I think you'll see several other programs around the world like this.
Okay. And where are you going next?
I'm off to the UK later this week, to the northeast of England, to help some folks there that are working on something similar.
Okay. What's been your biggest lesson learned doing Techstars?
Well, it's all about the entrepreneurs, so I think it's picking great entrepreneurs, and a big lesson is that the right people will find the right idea. They'll change the things they're working on and get to something really interesting if you have the right people. So it's really all about the folks you have involved.
And what's your top advice for people trying to get into a program like Techstars?
Do stuff. So, start working on it. Don't wait for the program. Don't wait for the application period. Start working on it now and get out there and show it to great people who can give you feedback on what you're doing.
Okay. Any funny stories about Techstars?
It's full of funny stories. It's almost like a little reality show, honestly. People involved have been amazing to work with, and it's really interesting to watch how far they can come in such a short period of time. It's just a 3-month program, and they come in usually very confident, and then they sort of get broken down, learn a lot about what they're doing, and hopefully come out stronger. But it's full of great stories, mostly about people that get to really interesting businesses. Had a pretty good success rate of getting the companies to the next level of funding and keeping their companies going, so that's been great.
Sounds like a boot camp.
I've heard that term thrown around. It's a little bit like a boot camp. I think we always talk about Techstars in 3 phases, and the first phase is the one that's often compared to the boot camp. It can be a bit overwhelming. You're meeting a lot of people, getting a lot of feedback on your idea that's not always positive, but then you get a lot of support from the mentor network.
What can you accomplish in 3 months?
You'd be surprised. You can accomplish a lot. We've had companies that have come in with no prototype or a very raw prototype and have left the program raising $1 million or more in funding. So, you can make a lot of progress on not just the product, but on the business model, getting early customers. The mentors can really connect you to partners and customers very efficiently.
So give me your honest answer. Honest opinion, can it be done outside the internet web area?
Yeah, I think there are areas where the Techstars model applies. I think any area in which you can accomplish a meaningful amount of progress in 3 months, in which mentors can be extremely additive to a business, I think it applies. And certainly there are areas that it won't apply to. I don't think, for example, that if you're creating a new pharmaceutical drug that you're going to make meaningful progress in 3 months, nor that mentorship is going to matter so much in a short period of time. But I think there are plenty of areas outside the internet where the model applies.
What are the best mentors?
Who are the best mentors?
Sorry. What is a great mentor?
I think the best mentors are those that are Socratic in their approach, those that really suggest ideas or share the benefit of their experience versus telling you what to do. So they're just helping you think about options and sharing what they've experienced. I think the best mentoring relationships are actually the ones that become two-way relationships so that the mentor eventually gets something out of it as well. There's something really magical and special when that happens.
And what's in it for the mentors? How are you getting them in?
I think most of the mentors who are involved in Techstars are doing it for a couple reasons. One is to improve the entrepreneurial ecosystem that they live in and exist in. I think they view giving back and helping first-time entrepreneurs as a way of promoting entrepreneurship within their community so that there are more interesting things happening in the community. I think also many of them are doing it because they're looking for potential investment opportunities. And a lot of it's just karma and helping out and helping the next generation of people be successful. So they all have different reasons, but those are the common ones.
So what's hot in your space right now? What kind of companies are you hoping to get in next time?
One of the things we try not to do is be overly focused on ideas, and so we don't necessarily put out requests for things or look specifically at what we think is hot. We think that the hottest things are great people and great entrepreneurs, so we're very focused on finding people and looking at the ideas that they're working on. That said, there are always trends. We're actually seeing a resurgence of just sort of business-to-business type software as a service. For a while there, it was very heavily social and social networks and consumer internet. I think with what's been going on in the worldwide economic markets, that people are back to the basics and just building things that really add value for a buyer, which is unique in software and the web sometimes. But so we don't over focus on that. We're really looking for great people and hopefully helping them with their ideas.
What's the next Techstars company that we're going to hear of in Europe?
Oh, I don't know. It's always interesting to try to guess those things, and I've often been wrong. But I think there are a couple that came out of this year's class that are really interesting. There's one called The Next Big Sound, which is analytics for music. So if you have your favorite musical artists, you can go see how they're doing and compare them to other artists. Everlater is a really neat one that came out of the program this year that's doing, allowing you to really document your travel experiences and share them easily with your friends. But a lot of interesting companies. You can check them out on the Techstars website. Hard to predict what will be the next big thing.
Are you coming back to Copenhagen?
I hope so. This is my second time here. I enjoy it. It's one of those places that you think about coming back with. In my case, coming back with my wife and riding our bikes around here a little bit. But with a 5-month-old at home, it might be a few years.
Great. Anything else you want to say?
No, just excited to be here, and good luck with the program you're putting together. It sounds exciting.
Cool. Thanks a lot.